What's going on?
What's up?
Grand Rising. I'm working on my cash stare. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, people over here trying to bigger. Something on Twitter
I'm working on it.
where make his eyes even bigger. Leave him alone and let him do his work.
That part. So, I wanted to talk about my titties. Sometimes we get bombarded with so much wild stuff that I never really get a chance to sit down and think about what's going on. Does that make sense? So, last yesterday, on the yesterday, this person, this frag,
Oh,
decided to post a picture that she took herself in her own stream yard and screenshot it. She is the only person that has this picture. That I have to say is true. It wasn't. We were at war. It was last April. It was ugly. They were mad about the blue couch. They were attacking all of the platforms. They were attacking all of my moderators, my subs. It was awful. And I did a thing. I tried to calm her. That's how tired of her I was. That I was literally ready to take my titties and put them on the line just to shut her channel down. That's how bad I wanted her gone.
so
But
so
see,
a of you naked.
yeah, she took a snapshot of me court bombing her in her YouTube studio. And then now she's showing it to everybody, and she vowed yesterday that she's going to send it to the president. She's going to send it to General Flynn. She's going to expose it to the world, and I'm going to be embarrassed. I'm trying to figure that out. Like Ayasha just dropped a picture the other day in the chat with a bunch of women with the American flag printed across their naked bosom, and they was out in the street.
They were protesting.
Yeah, it's protests with the titties out. Like they
Protesting.
said, they know back in the 60s, they said we gonna burn the bras. Now they said, damn the bra, damn the shirt, wear the body paint, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
That shit-
That little wild.
yeah, listen to me. Listen to me. They out there. Titties hanging out there. And guess what? What's the big deal? It's just breasts.
Pretty much. Yeah.
There's at least 1 billion people that have them, and some of them ain't women. There's a content creator right here on YouTube. Young man we know is Andre Turner's titties. He got bigger titties than me. So see, titties is titties. When you were a baby, if you were blessed, your mother would put her titty in your mouth and she would give you life. Am I wrong, honey?
Oh,
A breastfed child is a very loved child. Best stuff in the world comes out of that. And people grow up and sure do with the titty. Hmm. My godmother, Lois Bethea, she called them ninny bags.
mini bags.
Ninny,
Wow.
ninny. Hmm.
Okay.
And she had, you know, man, I love, nobody could put a baby to sleep faster than I love. Cause she just sit down and lean back a little bit, and the whole baby just fit right there. No hands. She be sitting there crocheting. Baby just sitting there asleep. All that love. I mean, titties are a wonderful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I don't understand. Now, see, me as a bisexual woman, I have a great appreciation for a lovely rack. And I think that's where a lot of people get me messed up because they think because I'm bisexual that they get to demonize my sexuality. It's not cool. But to try to slut shame a nudist, like I'm a
Yeah,
nudist. By definition, what a nudist is a person who prefers being in the nude. Isn't that true?
yeah, pretty much.
As a nudist, a
That's what a
naturist.
nudist is.
Now, honey, we've been living together almost a year now. Thank you, Drain Master. What's this going on here? What you say? I gotta read the comment. Thank you for the 50 spot.
Just know it's say or do to make real problems turn against you, to make real people turn against you.
Oh, thank you.
And with you, that's what's up.
Thank you. We'll be putting that towards the legal defense fund, I promise you.
You
But
know,
no, no, I was
before
what?
before you move,
I
you talk
wasn't
about
moving
legal
on. I'm
defense.
still on titties.
No, no, no. I was gonna say before you move on that,
Yeah, titties are a
um,
beautiful thing.
stay on topic. The titties
Yeah,
is the topic. Look,
yeah.
you said the fun. We'll talk about your girl, a legal defense that was put on allegedly by
Yeah, Paddington.
yeah,
Paddington. Paddington was out there getting the cash app, cash app.
that's crazy.
I ain't never heard of a lawyer doing a GoFundMe. You know what I mean?
You know what's pain?
Oh,
Hold on.
no, but we're talking about the titties.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you have a good titty story?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a good I
Okay.
remember on I
Yeah.
remember on six and 63rd and 10. Dang, who was it? Was it my sister's friend and some other fight 8 years old and me and my home there watching these little kids watching these teenage girls fighting.
Yeah. Titty popped out.
Yeah, the little homie he passed out. He saw them titties.
Wow. It took him out.
Fell out. He was like, oh
I'm gonna tell you my most memorable titty moment. Do you well before I get that honorable mention? Do you remember when Diana Ross fondled little Kim's bare breast
yeah.
on the TV?
Mm-hmm.
And she came up and just scooped it. Like it was so natural. Thank you, Weenie. Thank you for the 10 spot. I,
You
do you
talking
remember? You remember she just walked up and she was just looking at it and just cupped it. Real smooth with it, just like Diddy was grabbing on Jay-Z behind when he said the palming him. You all remember that? What's going on? Hey, Heather, thank you for the 50 spot. We put the penny on it. We appreciate you. You
about?
are putting your and Williams' lives on the line every single day for us and the rest of the world. Thank you. Thank you. We know there's some risk, but when isn't there great risk when there's a great reward? That's what I know to be true. What you think?
That's what it is. Yep.
You know? And to whom much is given, much is required. Always. But back to titties. I never liked nobody messing around with my bosom when I was younger. I didn't like it. I come to realize though that it was a symptom of my trauma.
Okay.
Um and it wasn't until I was in my mid 30s that I enjoyed, you know, anything other than a baby up around my, my bosom. And it became quite enjoyable. I mean, I ain't gonna say too much, but hey, but that's what trauma does. It affects the way you look at yourself, the way you feel about yourself, everything. It confuses the things that you feel. You remember in the second episode with me and Tammy was just talking about the body confusion and all the things that happen after you've been, scarred for life. Real rad. Yeah, yeah. But I'll never forget the first time somebody put their mouth that wasn't a child on my bosom. And I got special feelings everywhere. It was lovely. Mhm. Amazing. I was surprised that I could get that kind of reaction from something that I really didn't ever enjoy in my younger life. And I guess it was, my body's way of letting me know the storm has passed over. The trauma is passing over and I can just live and enjoy normal parts of my life that everybody else can. Boy, I tell you, I was really surprised at the way the suckling, yeah, it was right there. And I remember it like it was yesterday, but then again, it wasn't that long ago. It was about 8 months ago that happened to me for the first time in my life. I couldn't believe it. I'm pushing 50 years old, and I've been missing out on this feeling. I guess it takes the right person. Well, ain't that something? The things you learn. But yeah, back to titties. Get off mine. Oh no, we were talking about mine. We were talking about my titties being broad.
It's, yeah, that's weird. And they had a computer for what?
The thing
That's a
is,
little weird.
that's what bothered me about it when I slept and woke up and thought about it. And then I'm looking and I'm like, the only person in the world that could have that picture is her, not even me. I don't have it. If anybody were to research the metadata, they would see that it originated and only existed in her device, or at least that's where it started. So that means that you took a picture of someone's breast that nobody else has, including that person who broadcasted that Real Talking Tea with Kimmy Love right here on YouTube. Yes, she did. Yes, yes, it is revenge corn. But the thing is, it's weird because if your channel's been dying all of this time and you needed content and you intended to keep that picture to help boost your channel. Yes, Real Talking Tea with Kimmy Love took a picture of my exposed bosom. And she's been keeping it since about April of last year. Because it happened right before you and I got together, Odell. Yeah. Me and Ayasha was talking about it yesterday in chat, remember? We were under attack and it was time for desperate measures, and I was willing to bare my bosom to shut down Kimmy Love. I was. And I did. But ain't nobody see it really. It was just a quick flash, and then she threw up that banner. I'll tell you, she got a trigger finger with that banner. And she threw it up there, and I said, "Well, fuck it, I tried." But in that moment, she screenshotted the picture, and she's been holding on to the picture of my bosom for almost a year now. Oh yeah.
The president, because
I
the
mean,
take it
that
down
was
act by his wife.
yeah, the first lady. I'm sure she would love to get her hands on that. Man, get it right to her. Or, maybe just send it to cash. I don't know. Oh my goodness. My goodness. I, I'm just really thinking about that. Like it's the same dumb stuff that Trasher K did with Storm. Now this is a married woman that paid money to go into somebody's OnlyFans, snap nude pictures of them, and then edit them and pass them around to a bunch of weirdo YouTubers. Disgrace. Exactly. Cash at me and F you. That part.
Mm.
That's frag. That's frag for you.
Wow.
Shout out to the remix. Make it rain, make it rain. So yeah. Like she took that picture just like Tasha K did of Storm Monroe. And then she sat down there and she edited it. And like I looked at it and I'm like, yo, she put time into editing this. Because she even, when she put the little banner thing over my nipples, so no one could see, because that's not the picture. When I went up there to corn bomb her, to shut her channel down because she was stalking and harassing, and she had sent um a bomb threat to Ayasha's kid's school. I did. You knew that, right? Fred called in a bomb threat.
She did it. I know it was
She was
done.
the
I
one
know
that did it.
she did it.
No, she was the one that did it. Called it into the school, bragged about it.
It's pathetic.
So, I don't play about Ayasha and I do not play about her kids. So I was willing to, take one for the team. Throw my titties on the line. Get that channel taken down. It was extreme, but I'm extreme.
Mm.
And I know it works, but ain't nobody, get to see it because she threw that banner up, but she took the picture. 11 months ago, she took that picture. And then I'm looking at the edits, and I'm like, you even covered up my mole. I didn't come back there with a banner taped on me. I went full on. True nudist. Flack out. Actually, no, I was sitting more like this, and I was leaning in the camera. I was ready. I flipped that camera on. I had them bad boys perched. I was gonna take that channel down. Come rain or shine. And she clipped that picture, and then she edited it. Oh,
And, ooh, I got her titties. I'm gonna show her where.
why?
Goofy. That's my impression of her. She's
Like I
just
initially
a
was
low
really
life.
only upset about the whole fake HIV story from a person who's never met me, but that was the thing that bothered me. But I didn't think about it until this morning when I looked at the screenshot that I took of the evidence of that weird 53-year-old grandmother.
Somebody said
Yeah. Mm. Ha!
stood.
And
Yeah,
now
got a
he's
little
sitting
boy
over
on.
there. Now he's sitting over there with her cracking jokes about my breasts. And don't nobody and he didn't tell her I'm a man. He
I'm
ain't correct
Damon,
her.
I'm a boy.
He ain't correct her at all. She said girl and he was
Nah,
like, mm-hmm. Sitting over there talking about a woman's breasts who's old enough to be his mother.
his grandma.
Like, it's weird. It's really weird. But it's the stalker nature that's bothering me. Because if what you wanted was ratings and views, your channel's been dying. You were practically offline for almost 3 months. Nobody was watching your channel. Why didn't you show the picture when you first came back? If that's what you wanted, if you wanted to make a big splash.
Why don't she show a picture of her?
Like I'm just trying to figure it out. Like I have breasts. I don't have cow udders. I have breasts. Cow udder. Different. You know, there's a difference between this and this. I mean, unless you're using it, what was those things called that you squish to exercise your hand?
Oh yeah,
You know, that's all
yeah,
them TV's good for. Physical therapy, stress balls, yeah, or her chest. That's what she
stress
got.
breast.
Stress breasts. I can't.
Go live soon, right? Is she
I
going
know.
live?
So everybody, y'all make sure y'all get on. We got 450 people over here. We got less than 200. What is going on with the likes? Jeez, we tapped the
Yeah,
screen or something.
hit the lights, y'all.
Tap the screen or something. Make sure you
Wonder what the rest of her
don't want to know.
like.
I call her Fraggle Rock for a reason. She got nothing. These two stick legs with this little blunt body, and then she had them weird straggly hair. That's why we called her Fraggle Rock. She literally looked like Fraggle Rock. It stuck. People still call her Frag to this day. So yeah, about my titties. Why in God's name would a heterosexual woman hold on to a picture of another woman who she say she don't want nothing to do with breasts? I just find it funny that she waited for the award and the lawsuit and all of that to happen before she showed everybody. It's been almost a year since she took that picture of me, and she kept it. And I just wanted to ask the community, like, let's take a poll. Put a one in the chat if taking a nude picture of someone else's body and holding on to it for almost a year before you expose it and taking the time to edit it. Put a one in the chat if that's weird. Put a two in the chat if it was just a smart content creating move. Because I don't know straight women that run around taking pictures and obsessing over other women. And I'm a bisexual woman, so I can say that. As a bisexual woman who is attracted to both women and men, I can tell you right now, you can go through my phone. You ain't gonna find no pictures of no women's breasts. Straight women don't do that. They just don't do that. But to hold on to it for a year and think that's supposed to be your big one, and I'm supposed to be upset about. I mean, if anybody should be offended, it should be Odell. We're in a monogamous relationship. I don't run around exposing myself online. In all honesty, this is more disrespectful to him because what you're doing is you're showing a bunch of random strangers what belongs to him. That's what's really wild. Cause see, that was the real objective, wasn't it? To create some kind of friction between us, some kind of shame between us. I know how badly y'all don't want him to be with me. I know people don't like seeing me happy, but that's, yeah. Well, it was all done with malicious intent, so of course it's revenge. But I want to ask you that question, honey. How do you feel about this weirdo snapshotting a picture of your fiance's breast before you even met her and now using it to try to find a way to disgrace what we're building?
Again, it's weird, and like I said, after the attention level, really on a global level, for a person to do that, that's just, I mean, you know what it is.
I mean, this isn't something
It's,
new. She's had this since April of last year.
it's a deplorable act from that's
But
it.
if you think I'm going to be ashamed of having a full, beautiful caramel bosom that has never been touched by a doctor, altered, or augmented in any way, oh, I ain't fit to be ashamed about that shit. I just, I think it's so disrespectful to my fiance. What are you hoping that people are gonna come through making comments about my body and you're gonna use it to make him upset and inflame him and cause us to have an argument? Like, was that the point? Sounds like a psyop to me. What about you?
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, Archangel Michael, go to my channel, Set in the West, and just message me if you want details. They again, what it is shaming. I mean, I think shoot, CIA with the king.
Yeah, they did. I got another question I want to ask the audience before we all leave and get ready to head over to Maggie's. Put a 3 in the chat if you think it's time to put a restraining order on Kimberly Elaine Smith. Put a 4
Well,
in the chat if you think it's not worth it.
go ahead and do that. I actually have to get on attorney right now. In fact,
All right,
for
honey.
real, for real.
I'll see you. I'm jealous of you. I don't know. I'm about to remove us both.